What's going on, everybody? I'm Selna Kim, your host, America's Face of Dating, and today we're going to be talking about beta male tendencies. And so we're going to be breaking down a DM that I got from a viewer. He said he's been one of my loyal fans, apparently, is what he said. So I would assume for a guy that's been a loyal follower that he would be doing much better than this. But yeah, we're going to be talking about beta male tendencies because he's having some emotional outbursts on this girl. You can tell that he has kind of low confidence in himself. And yeah, you'll just be able to tell by the email, just, really look at what he's saying here. And you got to remember that everything that a person says and does is a direct reflection about how they feel about himself. And so here's a quote for you guys. Behind anger is always fear. And you have to ask yourself, fear of what? What are you fearing? That's why you're angry. So let's find out near the end of this video really what he's fearing here. So let's just jump right into this. And like I said, be on the lookout for just what his actions are saying about himself here. He goes, "Hi, Mr. Selna, I am one of your loyal followers. I actually am in a problem right now. Can you please help me out regarding my girlfriend? My story starts in early 2023, so earlier this year. I have decent looks since I started hitting the gym, and I'm currently working in a bank. My girlfriend and I went on a movie date, and we enjoyed a lot of everything. It went well, and I'm mentioning this because it's related to my problem. Then on a week after that, only a week after that, my girlfriend started dry texting me, so I was rude to her on text. Then later that same day around 7:30, I went to the gym, and I was doing my workout peacefully. But one of my close friends noticed that I was actually depressed due to my girlfriend's behavior. So he took my phone and texted her fuck off and blocked her." This doesn't even sound like a girlfriend to me, man. Like, are you guys actually exclusive, or were you just going on dates? Because that's a huge difference. What a relationship means is that you were talking to the girl, she was talking to you, you guys were consistently going on dates for probably about 6 to 8 weeks. If you apply everything that I teach, she's going to end up falling in love with you about 6 to 8 weeks in, from first meeting her to falling in love and wanting a relationship. And a lot of guys, they'll go on a date with a girl and be like, oh, we're in this relationship now. And that's not a fucking relationship, okay? A relationship is when she's fallen in love with you and she's saying things like, what are we? What do I mean to you? I've never felt this way about a guy before. And then you come to her and then you are like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, like, it would kind of hurt me if you were dating other people. That's what a relationship is when you guys finally make that commitment to each other. When she's like, well, I want you all to myself. And you're like, well, I want you all to myself as well. Then you guys officially become in a relationship when you guys decide on that. Going on 1 or 2 dates is not a fucking relationship, dude. Okay, so whoever thinks that is completely fooling themselves. And that's what you're thinking. You're completely fooling yourself, dude. But I don't know. I could be wrong here. And so that's just what it looks like to me so far, because you said that you only went on a date with this girl to the movies, and then a week later she's being dry over text. It looks like you guys literally just started talking and went to the movies, and then she started being dry, and then you started being rude to her, which is the other problem here, is that she pulls back, and then you automatically assume that she doesn't like you. Where's the confidence in that? Where's like she pulls back and you're like, oh, she'll be back. They always come crawling back. Like that. Your actions are saying that you don't value yourself, that you don't respect yourself, because you're getting mad when someone pulls back and goes distant. You start getting all mad about it. So, you got to really think about that. Your actions are saying otherwise here. So he then goes, now I had no idea I had zero idea that this happened. Yeah, I mean, right, dude. Like, you had no idea that your friend took your phone, texted this girl, as you said. That's cap, dude. Like, you definitely know he did that, man. And like, if you didn't, which I know you did, but if you didn't, let's say for lesson purposes, you're right. Why are you hanging out with somebody who literally disrespects you, takes your phone, texts the girl that you're talking to, and tells her to fuck off? Like, what? Who are you hanging around, dude? Like, what is this, like, chimpanzee behavior that I'm witnessing right here? This is absolutely ridiculous of the people that you're hanging around. None of the people in my social group or just high-level people would take someone else's phone and then text a girl that they're talking to fuck off because she's pulling away a little bit. That's absolutely ridiculous. I was doing a call with a super successful client of mine, a video editor in my program, actually, and he just wants to get better at talking to girls. Most of you guys probably know him, but I'm not going to say his name for privacy purposes. But he works for a lot of big brands, kind of like as big as mine, actually. And I was telling him because, like, imagine, like, you meet a girl, because this is what this guy did, it seems like. Imagine you meeting a girl, and then that first week that you meet her, like, you know, like, you're, like, at work, let's say, like, actually working and putting in some time into your business or whatever, then she starts blowing up your phone, like, well, like, you're not gonna walk all over me, man. Like, you know, like, F you, like, F men, and you're not gonna walk all over me, so, you know, because you're taking so much time, like, your tricks aren't gonna work on me. And she starts, like, blowing up your phone just because, like, you're at work and it has nothing really to do with you. What would you guys be thinking if you were the guy and a girl was doing that to you? You'd be like, this girl's a fucking Fruit Loop. Get this shit away from me, man. And so, you know, it's just like, you got to think about that. Like, as a man, if you're doing that to a girl, she's like, this guy's a Fruit Loop, man. This guy has no confidence in himself, clearly. So he says, after returning from the gym, I checked my phone at 10 to text her, but I saw that she was blocked. I unblocked her and apologized to her, but it was very late, and she was so mad at me, and that she said that you asked me to fuck off, so I'm going to do that, and only blocked me on Instagram. Again, dude, like, you really need a reality check, man, if you think that I'm going to believe your BS story, bro. Like, I know that you know that your friend was texting that girl, man, because you probably didn't know what to do, so you gave the phone to him, and he started texting her. Because, like, if not, dude, this story doesn't add up. How does your friend have literally the passcode to your phone? How does he have the passcode to your phone, takes your phone, unlocks it? How does he know the passcode even to get into it? And then how does he know exactly who this girl is out of all the contacts you probably have and who to text? Like, there's so much going against you here. Like, and if you have no lock code on your phone, that's fucking dumb, dude. So, you know, and he probably knows about this girl because, why? Because you're so obsessed with her, man, that you start talking to her. And you start talking about her to him. That's why he knows about this. So, he goes, now the problem is that this was disrespect, and I had already done it before, on which we had a fight, and things were on the verge to end, but she came to my place, which is a couple miles far from her place, to sort things out, and it happened when we were together for only 1 to 2 months. Okay, so that answers the first question, at least, that you didn't meet this girl last week. So you were together for only 1 to 2 months. Okay, so you were actually in a relationship with this girl, most likely, is what I'm assuming here, if you were with her for 1 to 2 months, right? But why didn't you pull back? And, like, because she's being distant and cold, like, why weren't you just super confident in yourself, and you know it's not you, so why didn't you go to her and be like, baby, like, what's on your mind? Usually you're not distant, so, like, tell me, you know, what's really going through your head? You know, I'm here to talk if you need me. Like, why aren't you comforting her? Like, why aren't you being there for her? Instead, when she's probably going through something, and then you just blow up on her and tell her to F off and freak out on her, and you're rude to her because she's being cold and distant. Like, what does she need? Like, she needs to be all over you all day, every day. Like, the way to do that is not by forcing her, okay? Forcing is going to create the opposite, which is what happened here, which is pulling away. You're trying to force her to talk to you. You're trying to force her to like you and text you better. You can't do that. You have to just let her choose you freely. That's one of the best things I learned about dating, is that you must let women come to you, right? You must let them choose you freely. All you do is you present yourself as your calmest, most confident, and best self, and she's naturally going to choose you. And if she doesn't, you have to view that as her loss. And you're not doing that here. You're trying to force this girl to like you, which is a super scarcity mindset. Alpha males, they don't freak out if she doesn't respond or just goes dry, as she's doing here. They're like, she'll be back. They always come crawling back to daddy. He said, but this time she made up her mind to not come back. What do I do? Dude, you messed up, man. Your friend took your phone and said some really mean things, apparently, which I don't think is true. But I would reach out to her and be like, and just take responsibility. And I wouldn't even try to blame it on the friend, because it's going to look super weak for you anyway. I'd be like, look, like, I said some things that I didn't mean, you know, and I hope you can forgive me. So you reach out to her and you say, hey, look, like, I hope you can forgive me. I said some things that I didn't mean, and I'd really like to make it up to you. And so when are you free to get together, right? And she might be like, hey, no, I'm good. And at that point, you have to walk away. But if she says, yeah, like, you know what, like, yeah, you did see some mean things, like, let's try this out one more time, then get together with her and show her a good time. And as you can see that, like I said, we'll answer at the end of the video, but what he fears her is that he fears that she's going to pull away. People have two primary fears: the fear that they will never be loved, or the fear that they're not good enough. And he kind of has a fear of both. He has a fear that he's not good enough, And that's why he's being rude when she's pulling away. Confident people don't do that. When someone pulls away and just goes distant, they're not like chasing the person. They're just like, okay, I got more of an opportunity, so I'm not going to worry about it here. So on that note, like I said, she's either going to say yes or no. And if she says no, don't beg. Just be like, cool, I get it. Have a good life. And so on that note, I'm Selna Kim. And if you guys need help, reach out to me on Instagram or comment down below something that you want to hear, your questions that you got. And so I will actually see you in the next video, but also make sure to like and subscribe. So I'll see you next time.